How's it going, everyone? So, Pierre Poilievre went on the biggest podcast in the world, the Joe Rogan podcast. Now, I'm seeing a lot of chatter online about, he didn't stick up for Alberta enough, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. He went down there to just have a conversation to fight for Canadian jobs. I get it that Alberta has a lot to do with that. That's true. But for the most part, I feel like it was just two dudes having a conversation, okay? In regards to him being on that particular podcast. It was just two dudes having a conversation. A lot of it centered around UFC because, you know what? Pierre is into that, and so is Joe Rogan, obviously. So, what I feel was the result of that was something very positive. I feel like it ignited a fire in the conservative side here in Canada because we had a person that represents us going down to America where the apparent notion in Joe Rogan's words were if Trump never said the 51st state thing, Pierre would have won. Do I believe that? No. I don't. Was I upset that Trump said that? No, because he even told Joe Rogan he was kidding. He said he was kidding, but it was his base that pushed the notion. I don't think that kind of thing would ever happen, though. It's hard to say. Countries crumble and fall, and so do civilizations and societies, and maybe 100 years from now, maybe 1,000 years from now, who knows, right? You can never tell the future. And I'll leave that at that. The best part, I think, one of the funniest parts of the Joe Rogan podcast with Pierre Poilievre was when Pierre was talking about his upbringing. Okay, and he's like, I come from a single mother and da-da-da-da-da, and then Trudeau got brought up because Pierre was saying that, he read a lot of books on a lot of people, and Fidel Castro was one of them, and Joe goes, ooh, Trudeau's father? And they both had a really good chuckle. I thought that was a light-hearted bull kick from fucking Joe Rogan. I thought that was fucking brilliant. Overall, I think the podcast went well. Right now, there is close to 1.5 million views, I think. 1.3, something like that, which is incredible. Because Kennedy went on there, and that got 1.6. So he's up there with some important people as far as views go, right? Do I hope to see him again on the Joe Rogan podcast? Absolutely. I think Joe Rogan should come up here, like Pierre suggested. And maybe do a podcast at Pierre's house or some shit. I don't know. But I do think because of the connections these two have to various people, if you listen closely to the podcast, they know the same people in the fighting scene, in the training scene. So I think a friendship was established there. And that's a really good thing. I anticipate Joe Rogan's comments on how he felt after the show. I think it went well, man. I think it truly went well. And another thing, I don't think he did this to try and win elections or the next election or any favor from anybody. Like I said, it was two dudes just having a conversation. What do you guys think? I see the left absolutely melting down and having a hissy fit. And it's glorious. And I love it. Anyways, I'm a white boy. You guys have a great day. It's melting here where I am, as you can see. Anyways, you guys have a great day. I'm a white boy. I'm out of here. Peace.